A man was found in airplane's landing gear. How did he breach the security? Let's deep dive.
Okay, so you probably saw that headline, right? About the man found hiding in a jet's landing gear in Milan.
Yeah, quite something. It's astonishing, really, and just incredibly dangerous.
Exactly. It really grabbed you. We wanted to kind of dig into this one today. What does an incident like this actually tell us?
Well, first off, you think about the sheer audacity involved. I mean, getting to the plane, let alone inside the wheel well. How?
Right. So the basics are this guy, unauthorized, somehow gets into the undercarriage of this plane. A pilot spots him before takeoff, thankfully.
Thankfully is the word.
And he's taken into custody. The airport management, SACPO, they put out a statement.
What did they say? That everything was fine?
Pretty much. They said security systems were working, operations weren't affected, no danger to passengers or personnel. You know, the official line.
But the danger to him. I mean, if that plane had actually taken off, it's almost unthinkable.
That's the core of it, isn't it? Experts are clear it's potentially fatal. You've got the lack of pressurization up there.
Right, and the lack of heat. We're talking extreme cold.
Like minus 75, minus 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Can you even imagine?
No. And then there's the oxygen deprivation. At altitude, in that compartment, you'd lose consciousness almost immediately.
So the environment itself is lethal.
Absolutely. But that's not even all of it. You also have the mechanics to worry about.
The landing gear itself.
Yeah. Those systems retract, they deploy, huge forces involved in a very tight space. The risk of being crushed is just incredibly high.
It's sobering to think about. And what really hits home, I think, is that this isn't some totally isolated, bizarre, one-off event.
No, sadly not. Your research probably flagged this too. There have been other really tragic cases recently.
Yeah, like those two teenagers. In Fort Lauderdale earlier this year,
Yeah.
found deceased in a JetBlue plane's landing gear during inspection. Just awful.
Terrible. Jake Lucy and Elvis Castillo, 18 and 16. The airline said they were heartbroken, cooperating with the investigation, that kind of thing.
And that wasn't even the only recent one. There was also that body found last December, United Airlines plane, in Hawaii.
Right. So it happens. More often than maybe you'd think.
Definitely. And there are actual stats on this, aren't there?
There are. The FAA, the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, they tracked this. Between 1947 and 2020, globally, they documented 128 incidents.
128 attempts to stow away in a wheel well. Wow.
Yeah. And the really grim part, over 75% of those attempts ended in death.
Over 3/4. That just underlines how incredibly lethal this is.
It really does. So going back to Milan, the airport says security worked, but, well, someone clearly got past it.
Right. The police are investigating how that happened. That's going to be key, figuring out that breach.
Absolutely. How did he get access? That's the immediate question.
But it also makes you wonder, doesn't it, given the almost certain fatality rate we just talked about, what kind of desperation pushes someone to even try this?
Exactly. And that leads to maybe a bigger question for you, the listener, to think about. Knowing this is an isolated, knowing the horrific risks and the high death rate, what does it suggest? Are there deeper vulnerabilities in airport security we aren't seeing? Or maybe something about the motivations behind these acts that goes beyond just, this one guy in Milan.
How
What's
that
really
happened?
driving this?
Comment your thought on this story. Thanks.